So, good evening, everyone. And today, I welcome you all for the Beyond Education series being organized by Idym Group of Companies. The Beyond Education series is a unique talk show in which we will have interaction with people from different spheres. Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do. Interaction with successful people helps to analyze what steps they took and the decisions they made throughout their life in order to emulate or reach similar levels of success. Some stories are really inspirational and they do provide you with the desired level of motivation to set you on the path for success. Today, we are fortunate to have amongst us an educator, Dr. Ishtaq Ahmed Sheikh, for the interaction. Firstly, I welcome you, sir, for the today's series. Before starting with
Assalamu
the
alaikum.
Walaikum
Good
Assalam.
evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you, ma'am.
Before starting the interaction, let me take this opportunity to introduce Dr. Ishtaq Ahmed Sheikh to every one of us. Dr. Ishtaq Ahmed Sheikh has over 25 years of experience in the field of teaching, and he has been principal in various schools, and he is now in Pune, Maharashtra. Along with being a school leader and educator, he has also been playing the roles of teacher trainer, and motivational speaker. Some of his major achievements are he has received an award of Best Principal from Science Olympiad Foundation, Delhi in the year 2016. He has been awarded as the Best Innovative Leader by Center for Educational Development. He has been awarded the Major Dhyanchan by Pimpri Chinchwad Cultural Department in 2019. He has received Shiksha Ratna Award by Center of Educational Development. Best Principal Award by Institute of National Scholars, Bangalore. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam International Award of Excellence 2021 by IDYM. Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan International Educators Award on the occasion of Teachers' Day. Shikshak Gaurav Puraskar by Pimpri Chinchwad, Pune, Maharashtra, and he has also been awarded as Nalanda, the Pride of Knowledge by IDM. So it is very inspirational, sir, to know about your achievements. Okay, so as we know, yes, you are an educator, and the teaching profession is the one which we always call as a noble profession. It is a profession which makes all other professions. So first, my first question for you is, so why did you select for this teaching profession? It was by choice, by inspiration, or by chance that you entered into it?
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening to all the viewers, those who are listening to me. And thank you very much, uh, Dr. Anjum here, for giving me a lovely introduction to start first with. First, I would like to thank you to the IDYM Foundation Engineer Ravi for giving me the opportunity to be the part of this particular session. He is calling it as Beyond Education. The topic itself says that yes, after before education, after education, your what is your life, what are your achievements, and how you are in your life. I remember I was in this organization IDYM, that is Igniting Dream of Young Minds, right from inception of this. And I'm really very happy. Many a times I have seen in the lockdown period, many organization they started their online sessions, but the moment the lockdown got over, they disappeared like anything. But this is the one organization I have seen is continuing and giving lots of opportunity to many educators all around India, not only all around India, all over the world. I remember somewhere close to 51 plus countries are there in this uh, area, in this organization, those who are involved in that and giving lots of education and lots of things there in that. Coming back to your answer, Dr. Anjum, it's a good question you asked me, because I personally feel till the time you don't have any kind of a passion towards the teaching, you cannot enter into the teaching department. Yes, this is actually speaking my passion. And I love teaching. Teaching is my passion, and it is there. My family member, I should give the first of all great honor to my father, who was a teacher in his life. He was working for a very small village, and then from there he became a teacher towards the end also. And then after that, my family members also, I have somewhere four. I am the fourth one who is there in the teaching line. And I got inspired, to be frank, I got inspired from my father, first of all, that he was there in the teaching line. And based on that only, right from beginning, it was there a kind of a passion to me that I should be there in the teaching line. And I love teaching. I loved interacting with the students. I love to understand the psychology of the students. I love to be with them. And based on that, because of that, I started my career in the year 1996 as a sports teacher in one of the villages in Maharashtra, wherein generally we call it as okay, we have to go and approach many organizations to get the job and to get the opportunity to come down to the level. But it was really an opportunity, direct opportunity to me. I was playing cricket. Basically, actually, I am from the sports department right from beginning. I have played hockey, football, and cricket on the national levels, and I had completed my match. And fortunately, I won that match. I won that full, and I was awarded as the best batsman as well as the whole best player of the tournament. And there, after completion of my match and enjoyment and everything, I was seated. A person came and asked me, "Sir, I came to know that you have done your BPEd." Now, the BPEd stands for Bachelor in Physical Education. So I said, "Yes, I have done this thing." So he just asked me, "Are you ready to work with me? I have a school and I need a sports teacher like you to work for my institution." I was very happy. I said कि खुदा जो है, इंसान खुदा से मांगता है एक आंख दे अगर वो अंधा हो तो। यहाँ पे तो दोनों आंखें खुल गई, दोनों आंखें मिल गई. सो दैट्स वे आई गॉट द फर्स्ट अपॉर्चुनिटी टू गो टू, इवन दो इट वाज अ विलेज, आई thought of taking the challenge and going that side. And then before giving the answer to him, I went to my father. As I told, father is my inspiration. I went to my father and I asked him, hey, Abu Jan, I used to call him Abu Jan. So I asked him exactly, okay, I got this kind of opportunity, but the thing is, the problem is what exactly? They do not have any kind of a salary to be given, and they do not have the, we call it the permission to run the school, and then they don't have any work to be given. And then there, my father only motivated me. Let it be, don't worry. At least you will get some kind of experience to teach. Since you have the passion to work with the students, to study amongst them, to be with along with them. So why not you try your life to start first with? So that was the first time when I got an opportunity to work in one of the schools, and that was an Urdu medium school. To be frank, that was an Urdu medium school, as I have taken my basic education in Urdu medium itself. And then that was the Urdu medium school. I worked for 2 years, and then later on I came to Pune in the year 1999, and the journey continued till today. So basically, I was a physical education teacher. It was not by choice. It was not by. It was basically properly by the inspiration of my family members, specifically my father.
Thank you very much, sir. And it is really good to know that you have it was your passion, and you have been inspired, especially by your father, for joining the teacher profession. And it is always said that Allah has always better plans for you. We
Amen.
think of something, and He always has better plan for us. And you were actually self motivated for joining. And the one more thing, the new thing that we just found from your words that you spoke, that you were a sportsman, and that
Ji.
you have played the national level also, and you have been awarded the best batsman. So sir, now because now you have reached actually the level of a principal in a school. What do you think, like how far the extracurricular activities and the sports are important for the overall development of students?
That's a question which is very near to my heart. Thank you very much. And I personally feel when we talk about the overall development nowadays, the CBSE and everything, it is happening that holistic development, 360-degree development. So in that case, extracurricular activities plays a vital role to bring about the students from their houses and come out to do something in their life. We call it the skills are there inside the students, but they don't get the opportunity. Now, what is happening? In my times, I used to go on the ground to play the whole day. Sunday was my day. Sunday used to be my day like anything. Morning, just go for the breakfast, take the breakfast from your mother, and then start going on the ground. And fortunately, I was having a huge ground next to my house, and we used to just go and play like anything. Right from childhood, I was there in the playing this thing category. So based on that, I became the sports person. So what I mean to say, extracurricular activities not only on the ground on the sports, there are many activities which get involved into the overall development of the students. Lots of opportunities are there in the market. Lots of uh, understanding is there of the students to understand exactly the importance of the skill based, the importance of the extracurricular activities. Now, the school where I am working is an Empress International School. It's located in Pune. We do have lots of extracurricular activities because we do require the overall development of the students. See, as I told K, I used to be on the ground. Today, what is happening? There is lack of grounds in the schools somewhere. Hardly you have only the building there, and then just come down. There is a parking area. Finished. The end. That is the end. And in the society itself, also there are some good societies where they have all the facilities, but there are some societies, the buildings where they do not have the facility of the playing, the ground. Nowadays, what is happening? We are very much cautious about about our own kids, telling कि you don't go here, you don't go there, you don't do this, you don't do that. So the skills which are there inside of the students or the children, they are not coming out. Like हम बचपन में we used to play in the mud like anything, जिसकी वजह से we generally say कि हमारी जो हड्डियों में जो दम है, so that is actually because we were there in the mud, we were there in the sand. We used to play like anything, right? From morning till the afternoon, till the evening. ना धूप देखा, ना बारिश देखी, ना ठंडी देखा, कुछ नहीं देखा. We used to be on the ground and then used to play. And then whatever the skills we were having in us, we used to show those things. But nowadays, the trend has changed. In this case, till the time the child does not come out from his inner world and then show his talent, whatever way it is there. Now, let's say something about the sports. There are indoor sports, there are outdoor sports, whatever exactly the child has got. See, I personally feel exactly till the time the child do not come out from his own world, he will not be able to go with the overall development. Not only this, if we talk something about the skill base, there are so many skills nowadays which are there. When we were there in the childhood, we never used to know okay, what are the meaning of the skills. Now everything is coming out, everything is popping up, and then people are very much aware of these skill-based learning skills and how to tackle with those kind of skills, how to take them those skills in the understanding, and then go about. In that case, what is happening? Generally, we call it as the children, those who are all the time in the academics, we call them as bookworms. So instead of having the bookworms, instead of becoming only the bookworms, why can't you come out of those books? Like, for example, now let me talk about the experiential learning. And when we talk about the experiential learning, the children are not going to be only in the class. We have to bring them outside to make them play, make them understand, make them feel what environment is all about, what exactly their skills are. Let them run, let them walk, let them see the nature, and accord from their point of view, you can start teaching to the children. Like I remember in the extracurricular activity itself, I had a experiential learning in my school where I had to teach something about the physical features of India. I, as a geography teacher, I love geography, so I as a geography teacher in the class, I taught that particular chapter with them with in only 1 or 1.5 period. And then later on, I brought them outside. I told them to come outside from the classroom, and then I had made them stand in the group. So somewhere close to 6 to 7 groups were made. In that, the first group was to make the uh, map of India. So I am attaching this particular part with the art integrated. I am integrating this subject with the art, which CBSE says it should be doing it. Art integrated subject. So one group was to make the map of India. Second group was to make the northern mountain. Third group was to make the northern plains. Fourth group was to make something about the Deccan Plateau. Next group was to make something about the Western Sahara, Thar Desert. Next group was to make something about the coastal plains, coastal lines, and then last group was to make something about the islands of India. So this is how the groups were made, and they prepared it nicely coming outside the classroom. So these are all the skills the children were having, which they had learned at the time of art, where they have to draw, how they have to draw. After completion of that, the children could be able to explain everything, what exactly that northern mountain is all about. So in this case, I don't have to explain them everything. They prepared only the mind map, they prepared the tabular form, they made that particular table in such a way that they come in front of everybody, and they could explain this particular part very easily. So this is one of the exercises I have done it in my school. And then later on, I motivated my teachers. I told my teachers, instead of making them just sit in the class and you explain, the children listening to you, bring them out on the ground, bring them out of the classroom, bring them, take them to the activity rooms, take them to the place where they can. For example, now if you bring the children out on the ground and make them take the vitamin D in the morning, why not? Then, if something about the pollination, something about the leaf, explanation about the leaf, this is all exactly the teachers should be doing it. And the skills which are there inside, it should be coming out of explanation, that particular part, understanding exactly the concept, what is being taught, and what is, then go on looking the in minutely what the things are there in our. Yes.
Yes, sir, it was very wonderful listening to all your activities, in fact, as a teacher that you have taken with the students. Because really, a teacher is not the one who only teaches some subjects, but a teacher is one who teaches moral values, who encourages the students, who helps in developing social skills, and so many things, so many other responsibilities that we take up as teachers.
True.
But say nowadays, like we have come over like not the traditional way of classroom teaching with the blackboard and chalk. Now technology has taken over. So what do you think is the role of technology? How it is affecting our education system?
That's wonderful. Like the other day, we had one session, Charcha, in that the word STEM itself was coming there. That was science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So I personally feel that technology plays a vital role in bringing about these. Nowadays, what is happening? You are teaching there in the class, like you use the word traditional way of teaching. Yes, children used to enjoy that particular time also. It's not that they are not enjoying. But nowadays, what is happening? Lots of technological equipments are available, devices are available there in the market, because of which the teaching has become a little easier for the teachers as well as the students. Nowadays, what happens? The children are very much into the television. They watch the uh, cartoon serial, they watch the movies, specifically the Western type of movies, wherein they understand the Spider-Man and other things. So all these things are coming there into that. So what is happening? That is becoming very easier for children to understand. And when we go on explaining certain things orally, giving them the some example, live example, they understand. I'm not telling they don't understand; they do understand. But audio, when we show them the say I'm using as a Tata Classage here in my school, when we show them some kind of a audio visual and then take it in the form of cartoons or take it in the form of the live examples of the any kind of things happening around, and then make them understand the real concept, that becomes really very easy. Because nowadays, today's world, what is happening, the CBSE is also having a kind of a concern about the students, that we should be having the coding and we should be having AI, that is artificial intelligence, coming. So all these, both the parts, are coming through the technology itself. So I remember 2 years back, before the corona, we used to tell the children not to bring your mobile to the school, otherwise I'll confiscate, put it there in the principal's cabin, and I will call your parents, and so many things we used to do. But now it has become totally vice versa. Bringing the mobile has become very common thing for everybody, because in the corona time, we used to teach everything there through the online session only. So that is again the technology. And then later on, slowly, as the school got started, and then 50% was open, 50% was not open. So we used to call it as the hybrid learning. Sometimes we used to teach online, sometimes we used to teach offline, or mixed teaching we were doing it. So having the mobile with the internet, technology plays a huge vital role. Now everything is available on the Google. So now, if you talk about any kind of a project to be given to the students, students are also taking the advantage of the Google and going to the Google, just click one, type it what exactly the project you are asking, everything is available, so they take it ready made. But on the other side, when we ask them, can you please explain these things? I personally feel there are two ways, that is boon or a curse, we talk about like that. So it's on one side, it is really very good for the children to take that technology in their life, the teachers also in their life. But on the other side, the children and the teachers are becoming very much dependent on that. They don't want to do anything from their own side. We call it as the creativity is not there found right now today. Even though we try to tell them to bring your own creativity in your life and then make the children understand, let it be, we call it as traditional way, but that is the real part, I personally feel. Lekin fir bhi, when the train changes, definitely you have to change according to the train, and you have to change according to the situation. So today's situation says that you have to be there techno savvy. अगर आपको वर्ड ओपन करना नहीं आता है, पर अगर आपको एक्सेल ओपन करना नहीं आता है, if you don't know how to use the PPT, so that means you are not a techno savvy in today's life, and then you cannot be there in the market for a long time because you are not a techno savvy. So as the train changes, as the situation changes, we have to be along with the situation, we have to be along with the train, and then based on that only, I personally feel that you will be able to become a successful teacher. You will be able to go into the heart of the students and then become little famous, familiar with the students to teach in the school. Over to you.
Yes, sir. It is like, yes, because now technology has come and we have to actually adapt ourselves according to it. Because we have been to the same classroom teaching. But somewhere I feel that, as you were saying, I actually agree with you that the technology that is being given, they just search for it. You put a topic on Google. I think nowadays we don't even need to type. We just speak
Yes,
and Google sub kar dega. That's what is
that's
going on. But somewhere this is actually hampering their creativity. Yes, it is hampering because information is very readily available. They don't have to search for anything so much. But somewhere we teachers are again a bridge in this. We are the knowledge providers.
true.
Google gives them information that we give them knowledge, and that is what we are proud being a teacher. So my next question for you is: yes, world is progressing, but somewhere there are many challenges, many problems that are faced by the teachers. So, what, according to you, are some of the challenges that are faced by the teachers nowadays?
Yes, a big question. uh, the reason behind telling the big question is what exactly. In Hindi, a word sentence is called as a जिंदगी हर कदम एक नई जंग है. लेकिन उसके आगे का sentence is very important in the life of a teacher, in the life of a teacher, or in the life of a human being also, we call it as जीत जाएंगे हम, we We call it as Jeet Jayenge Hum Tu Agar Sang Hai. Now, Tu Agar Sang Hai stands for exactly the challenges. I personally feel till the time you don't have the challenge in your life, you cannot succeed in your life. Life is a challenge, you have to accept it. Like, for example, I personally feel as a teacher, I worked for near about 16 years as a teacher. Later on, I got a chance to become the principal. And when I visited the school where I got the chance to become the principal, it was just a kind of a, we call it as jungle or we call it as a forest when I joined the first. So I personally felt कि exactly where did I come? Did I come to the proper place to work with? I started thinking from inside and then I said to myself, yes, I think I have to accept this thing. The reason behind that, it is a challenge I have to accept. Yes, I accepted that challenge. Yeah, let it be in the form of a forest because it was a remote area where I joined as a principal there in the year 2011. I accepted that challenge and then I said, "Ki, yes, I'm going to change this atmosphere into something different." So, with the grace of Allah, Khuda ke karam se, I started working in that. I personally felt that first year only I had to go with some kind of a advertisement. Later on, mouth to word publicity happened in such a way that every year I used to get 500 admissions, more than 500, 500 plus admissions I used to get. So till the year 2017, I worked in that school. And when I was leaving that school, so the students' strength was 2,334 with three different shifts and 76 teaching staff of mine. So that was a biggest challenge for me as a teacher. I accepted that. So through my experience, I personally feel that I have to tell the teachers, whoever is there in the life right now, to accept any kind of a challenge. Yes, in the year 2020, all of a sudden, the corona, the lockdown got happened, and then everybody was to stop wherever they were. Physical school got stopped. So that was a great challenge. Exactly, अभी करें तो क्या करें? Either we have to stop the school, but no, education must go on. Education does not stop anywhere. So that was again a challenge as a leader to me, how to go about, what to do about that. So the teacher also was just looking at my face and then expressing their feelings, telling, "Okay, sir, now how to go about, what to do?" I said, "Don't worry, it's a challenge for us. It's a challenge for the teaching fraternity, for us in the sense to the teaching fraternity. Let us try and think how to go about." So then slowly, this online platform technological part got started there in that. And then the biggest challenge was exactly which platform to be used to go for the education to be given to the students. There were n number of platforms, online platforms were coming. We started first with Zoom, then the Google Meet, then Duo, then WebEx. So many were there in that. So which one is safer? Which one is easier? First word I should use easier. Which one is easier? Because some of the teachers were not techno savvy that particular time. They were not knowing how to use the online platform. So that was the biggest challenge first for me as a leader. Then it was the challenge for the teachers to accept the technology. And then I had to first of all understand the technology, online platform, how to go about. Then I learned all these things. And then I asked my teachers to join the online session of my training given to them. I told them, yes, this is what exactly is all about. The first meeting, I remember it was for somewhere close to 2 hours. 2 hours in the sense that time I had to take the Google Meet because we were not aware exactly the paid version, the Zoom used to give. Like, for example, right now we are having there on the Zoom, we'll be giving somewhere close to 2 hours or 3 hours. We were not aware. So we had support, we were supposed to pay something to that. But Google Meet was giving more than 1 hour. So I had to take the meeting for 2 hours continuously with the teachers. In the first meeting, in the first training session, hardly I could say 20-25% teachers could understand exactly. And then the rest all again, they were in the dilemma, ki how to use, what to do. Sir has taught like this, like this. Then they started asking among themselves. I told them, don't ask amongst yourself, ask me directly. Then later on, slowly, that was a challenge. It was becoming easier for them to understand the technology, to understand exactly the Google Meet, understand the Duo, understand the WebEx, and understand exactly the uh, Zoom as well. Now, another challenge came in the life of this that, sir, the Zoom is not safe because the setting we were not aware. Because sometimes what happens, the we used to send the link to the children. Children used to click on the link and used to join. Used to join later on. What used to happen? Uh, Sometimes the hackers, we call it as the hacker, they used to hack that, and then somebody used to take up that particular link and join in that link, and then they used to come and disturb the teachers for something or the other. And so that was the challenge exactly, whether are we really safe or not. If we are safe, very good. If we are not safe, how to go about for that? So in that case, then again we had to learn exactly how to go about with the setting part and everything. We learned all that. Then we have to show that thing to the teachers, telling, "Okay, bhai, this is how exactly you go for the setting, and then stop the intruders coming inside and disturbing you." And after that, they became little easier. They became familiar with those kind of a setting. So I feel that was a challenge in the teaching life. It's not I'm talking about my own teachers. I'm talking about all the teaching fraternity right now here, because I know this was the challenge everybody might have faced.
Yes, so because yes, because when we suddenly, because it was a sudden change, we were not prepared for it. We never thought that online class would really exist sometime. And it was like all of a sudden we had to try to go for it, and it was a problem everywhere. And there were teachers actually, like you are talking about remote areas, because I have visited a lot of schools in the remote area, so I know how it is difficult for them to gather the students and teach them and train them and all. It is a big challenge. And then when this
True.
online classes and all when it started, because there were teachers, especially in the remote areas or the rural areas, if we say, they didn't know how to handle a computer. Like you were talking previously when you talked, like they don't know how to handle Word, PowerPoint. So it was really difficult. Like I have also shared in one of my presentations in Idym that we had trained teachers for online classes. So it was difficult because they didn't know how to handle Word, how to
True.
handle Excel. So it was difficult to say how to handle a Google Meet then. So that was really a very big challenge. But still, one more, like you were talking about challenges as a teacher. But somewhere I would like to know challenges in your personal life, because in India somewhere we see sports is not given so much of importance. But you are a person who has come from a sports background. So don't you feel there were some challenges, like people will say, "Nee, you shouldn't play. You're wasting your time playing this." But it was actually the sports which give you a career, as you were telling. So,
Yes.
don't didn't you face any such kind of challenges in your previous in your personal life before joining this career? And will you just like to say something about it?
Yes. I did face a lot of challenges in my life. As I told in the beginning, the inspiration is my father. Now let me talk about my father also. He was also a sports player. So I could say that is a genes which has come there in me. And then initially, my parents, they never objected on for to me to go and play there, because it was there in my genes, and my father was a player, and he was a great volleyball player, and he was a great football player as well. So from that, I got to the inspiration from my father. I got my inspiration, and then I came into the uh, right from grade nine. When I was there in the grade nine, I started playing, and then till today I'm playing. It's not that I am a principal, so why should I play right now? It's not that. Today also I am playing with the students. There I was playing as a student. Now I'm playing with the students right now. So that is the so now challenge I could say here. Okay, I was playing in a remote area in a Maharashtra towards this south of Maharashtra. There is a place called as Solapur. And the big challenge was exactly, even though I was having skill in me, I was a very good batsman, a very good wicket keeper. But the challenge, what I was facing exactly, I was not having any godfather. जनरली वी कॉल इट एज कि भाई आपके पास स्किल हो तो आपके सर पे या फिर आपके पीठ पे थपथपाने वाला और आगे बढ़ाने वाला, मोटिवेट करने वाला कोई चाहिए था. इंस्पिरेशन आई गॉट इट फ्रॉम माय फादर. आई got inspired from my father, but motivating part was lacking. So that was a challenge exactly. Even though I was having the skill, best batsman, but I could not go further to play for Ranji Trophy, further to play for my country. So that is the first part. And then second part, when I came to Pune, that was again a big challenge because I was belonging to some other place and all of a sudden I came. So again, the second inspiration I got, that is my elder brother. He gave me lots of exposure when I came here. I was alone there and married, and he inspired me that, chalo, let it be, no problem. Let's start the work. And I became the sports teacher. After that, slowly, challenges got increased. I said, okay, where I am here, why should I stop myself here? I have to go ahead. I just can't be a sports teacher in my life. I changed my mind, and then slowly, I started learning about the administrations. Why? Because till the time you don't learn other parts of the life, of the teaching life, of the school life, you cannot be called as an overall or the developed or the improved teacher. So whatever the opportunity came to me, I started taking into that. So the challenges I faced here, I was working till 2011 as a sports teacher. And 2011, I got a chance to become the principal of one of the school, as I spoke in my previous. That was the in a remote area where uh, I am calling it as the kind of a forest. It was a small 6 rooms were there. So the challenge was exactly to bring about that particular school. And then till 2011, I was there in the sports field. My friends were there from the sports department because I was also a sports teacher. And then they said, "Okay, what is this? What are you doing? Where are you going away from the sports? Your liking is sports. You should be there in the sports." There are some good friends, those who said, "Yes, congratulations, yeah, you became the now the principal." And there are some friends also. They used to tell, "Okay, your passion is there in the sports, and where are you going now? You will not be able to play. You will not be able to come out on the ground to play because you have to be in the cabin as a principal to just go on planning and then giving the instructions to the children as well as the teachers." So that was a challenge, to be or not to be, yes or no. But I took the challenge. I said, let it be, there is no problem. Even though I sit there in my cabin, why not I can come out, and there is a PT period going on, physical training. There is a health and physical education in the CPSC call it as. So let me come out and then play with the students. Let the children also understand that my principal is playing with me. It's not that only the sports teacher, why the sports teacher also has to play. My principal is also playing with me. So they also feel honored, they also feel good, and they will also get some kind of a motivation. So that was the challenge. I got it. And then I felt, yes, I can take over. I can become successful by taking this particular challenge. And then slowly, uh, I started going to the students and then become familiar with that. And then teachers also started liking, okay, because sir is not seated there in one place. Sir is not there seated in the cabin. He's coming out. So let us also be little active in our places, in our way, in our teaching life. And then, as I told, I'm a geography teacher, so I used to go to the classes to teach geography to the students also. And then I used to call my teachers, telling, "Ke Baba, you come and sit in my class." So that is a kind of again motivation how to teach in the class through the CBSC, through the CBSC projects based learning. In that case, I personally felt I cannot say I'm 100% successful in my life taking up all the challenges because maybe in the future some more challenges will be coming. And the biggest challenge I could see in my life that will remain forever, I am from the Urdu background. I studied through Urdu medium school, and the moment I left my town, hometown, I was there first 2 years in the Urdu medium school. When I left my town and came to Pune to become a sports teacher, to give the interview as a sports teacher, I was having nine more candidates with me. I was the 10th one. I remember that, and all were well qualified. And the moment I felt that is in the English medium school, then I started thinking कि भाई मैं तो उर्दू मीडियम से हूँ, लेकिन मैं फिर अभी ऐसे इंग्लिश कैसे कर पाऊंगा? How will I overcome this thing? दिमाग में ये डाला कि yes, it is a challenge I have to accept. खुदा को याद किया, खुदा का नाम ले लिया, and then I entered the cabin, and fortunately, out of those 10, I was the 10th out of those 10th one. I was selected, and then I worked for 7 continuous years there in that. So I feel the challenge is very important for your life. You have to accept the challenge. And on the other side, I could use the word opportunities also. You take this challenge as an opportunity in your life, and it is almost nicely said, opportunities knocks your door once, grab it as much as you can.
You said that's what winners are the ones who take the challenges as opportunity. If we if you're scared of the challenges, if we don't know how to handle it, we can never succeed in the future. And you are a real life example of this, I can say. And so, as you were talking about your father, your brother, yes, parents are actually our role models. Always, for every one of us, the first role models are always our parents and then our siblings. But throughout our life, when we go towards success, we have more than one person with whom we are inspired. So, like you have already talked about your father, you have already talked about your brother. So, sir, there may be some more person who must have inspired you, who must have motivated you, and the people who must have been with you throughout your journey. Would you like to mention some of them?
Yes, there are many people, those who have inspired me, apart from my father and my brother. There are many people, those who motivated me there in my life. Like as I told you, the first was the person who came and asked me exactly, "Okay, I have a school. There is an opening of the sports teacher. Would you like to?" So I personally feel that that was the great achievement खुदा ने मुझ पर भेजा है. And my father inspired me first of all there in that. Second one, as I told, from there I came to Pune. My brother inspired me. Before that, when I was there in the college level, I remember my sports coaches or the sports teacher when I was there in the college. That time, I was there in the junior college, but my sports teacher always used to motivate me, telling, "K, your place is not only here, your place is somewhere else." So I used to play with the senior college children. Even though I was there in the junior college, I used to play it. So he used to motivate me. He used to tell me, "K, yes, my first name is Ishtiyaq. Ishtiyaq, you can play with the senior colleges." Then the senior colleges children also accepted me there in that. So that is the motivation part from my sports teacher that time. And the junior college sports teacher also was a motivator for me. He also motivated. Yes, you can play. Don't just play only in the junior, play in the seniors also. So that was the motivation. Later on, when I came to Pune, I told you that was the inspiration from my side. And then slowly, when I came to Pune, in that I remember till today, there is a teacher who is Mrs. Afle. I remember her name nicely till today, Mrs. Kishori Afle. I will not forget her. And one more, he was admin, he was an accountant, Mr. Kishore Randive. These two people, they motivated me. They told me, "Don't worry, let it be you're from Urdu medium, but we are there to motivate you. We are there to tell you how to go about in the and then English speaking." And they started, even though I was not so much fluent in English that particular time in the beginning of my years. So they always used to talk to me in English only. They never spoke to me in my language, that is Urdu. or in Maharashtra it was a Marathi language. They never, but they used to all the time talk in English. So that was motivating me from inside. Let it be a broken English, and let me start first with that. So that was these are the two people from the Pune area. Then later on, uh, now I could say my family, my wife is the biggest motivator for my life, and my children are also there. Right now, I'm seated there in front of you. Even though they are there in my house, they have kept aloof from my side, telling, "Okay, now we are not going to disturb you because this is something important you are doing in your life after completion of your 26 years of teaching life. You're doing something good. That's a kind of IDYM interviews going on. So yes, go ahead. We are there with you."
Because we always need some motivation, like through the all the phase of our life, we always have someone who helps you, who motivates you, and of course, like our family is always our strength. uh, they are the greatest supporter, our parents, our family. That is the greatest support we have always. It's really very good listening to you. But I think the time is somewhere running away from us. Otherwise, I would have asked
True.
more of you, would try to know more about you. And so this one last question. What are your future goals? Like, how do you think about some 5 years or 10 years from now for you, for your school? What do you think about your future?
Like I said, K, now the technology is taking over the whole part. So today, I feel that my school should be there in that level where the students do not face any kind of a problem in reaching to any kind of a level in their education life. I see that the students are coming to my school and becoming free and frank with all the teachers. There are no botheration in their mind. There are no botheration on their heads. They're just coming with a free mind, taking the education and going away. And we are the teachers, we are the motivators, we are the facilitators. We don't require any kind of what do you call the appreciation from anybody because we are the one who is always all the time giving them. I personally feel that the children should be getting benefited, and my school should be there in a place where there is no competition as such for my school. I should see in my school with all sorts of extracurricular activities, all sorts of project based learning, all sorts of critical thinking, all sorts of CBSE norms are happening there in the school. Everybody in that area should start thinking about my own school only and tell that yes, this is the school wherein all the teaching learning happening in a proper way, in a good way, where the children are happy coming to the school. There should not be any bothering. Sometimes it happens now. No, today I'm not going to go to the school. The children should not feel. The children should feel happy enough, free enough to come down to the school to take the education from whatever the teacher fraternity I am having.
Yes, sir. It was really nice because we should always work with a vision. That vision, that's what I believe. Because if we
True.
don't have a vision, whatever we do, if we just spend time doing something without a vision, that is all going. Our efforts are going to be wasted. So we have
True.
to work with a vision, and it was really nice to talk to you, to listen to your views, to listen your stories, how you came and how you came to this profession and your challenges. That was really an inspiring story, we can say. Like I was just before the session started, I said a sentence that interaction with successful people helps to analyze what steps they took and the decisions they made throughout their life.
True.
And when the stories, like we were listening to you, your all your experiences, and they're really inspirational. And I hope the session will motivate many of us to achieve success in life. And with this, we come
Inshallah.
to the end of the session. It was really nice.
If you allow me, I'll tell one more part here.
Yeah,
And
sure, sir.
nowadays, the biggest motivator for me is the one who is motivating me is Mr. Engineer Ravi, the one who
Yes.
is giving lots of platforms to all the educators, and lot many things are coming from his side. Every time something new comes out from his side, so I feel it's an inspiration. Even though he's there in the engineering, he's not in the he says, "Okay, I am not there in the education, and all the time I get learn from you people, you are the educators." So this is what I personally feel, that uh, to become successful in your life, you don't require anything. Let it be from any fraternity, let it be from any department you are with. Yes, you learn a lot. So he is the one I personally feel is the biggest motivator for me today. And he's asking me, he always use the word BOSS, boss. Yes, boss, don't worry, ho jayega. Kar denge hum log. We will do it. I don't require any kind of help from anybody. We are there, you are there. So we will do it. He is all the time using that sentence, which I like it very much. The credit goes to you people. The credit does not go to me, that is Engineer Ravi. The credit goes to you people, the group people, those who are there in that particular group. So again, I feel that is these are the words they are motivating me, and I am getting inspired by him. 24 into 7, he is there all the time with the educators. He is giving lot many platforms to n number of people. Yesterday, I remember when Charsha was going on, Betkar sir, he said, okay, every time I am there as a spectator, as a listener, but today I am here as a speaker. So I could see this is what exactly the motivation Engineer Ravi is giving to everybody. And that's it.
Yes, sir. Actually, IDYM platform, it is an opportunity that we all have got, and we are blessed to be associated with IDYM, because even when I discuss with other members of the IDYM, we always say like we are all in a learning process. We can say
True.
when we
True.
learn, and it is another thing that I would like to say is knowledge. We actually sharing knowledge increases knowledge. We shouldn't be keeping it confined to us. And this is again a platform that we are using. So
True.
thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for joining the today's session as a speaker and sharing all your experiences with us. It was very nice listening to you. And thank you, IDYM Group, especially Ravi sir, for this opportunity, for holding such a series. And the title will says Beyond Education, Inspiring Stories to Inspire World. So it was one inspiring story today from Dr. Ishtiaq Ahmed Sheikh, and we will be waiting for more inspiring stories. For this, I take a leave. Goodbye and good night. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Anjum. Thank you very much. You are a lovely moderator also.